All right, fourth graders, we're going to continue our lessons on making our word project, our friendship project. So let's go back and find our file. And remember, Ms. Dabalski's is a little bit different. I'm going to go to Start, and I'm going to go to Computer. Now, normally you would find grade 4 on your H drive, but this is Miss N's. So I actually have to kind of go the roundabout way. So don't do what Miss N does, because this is the way she has to go. Yours will show up easier on grade 4. All right, so let's go to grade 4, and I'm going to go to Mrs. Hoffland's class, and I'm going to look for friendship cards, and I'm going to look for Izzy and my cards, because that was the last lesson, and I'm going to get it open so I can start the next part of my lesson. And it takes a while, so give it a hang. All right, so now that we have our document, now we're going to start putting in some text. Now you can see I can just have my cursor right in here. What I like to do is start typing right away where the cursor's flashing. Then I like to move my text around. Make sure you're inside. So once again, remember, it's just like Publisher, just like PowerPoint, putting in your text. You know, you can change your font around like so. You can highlight it, and Ms. Dabalski has some like different fonts. You can do to and from. I can highlight that, and once again I can change it to, let's see, Miss N has a lot more. She's kind of known as the font queen, isn't she? Let's do Hello Dippity. No, you don't have that one. I can also, which is really cool with Word, I can really jazz this up, and I can click on this. I'm not even sure what you call it, but you can change the shadow. You can have, you can change the color. You can change, like, if there's a reflection, if you want to do that. There's even a glow mode, it's called, which is really cool. So maybe I want, oops, Ms. Dabalski really, oops. So let's try this again. If I want to do a glow, maybe I'll just try one for right now, which is really exciting. So look at that. So that's what you can do that. And you can already type in who is it from. So if it's from Izzy, maybe my last name is Johnson. No, you're not going to type the 2 because you're just going to write that. All right. So now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the website. Go ahead and type in Team Dabalski. And you're going to go to the main page. And then I'm going to have you go to Student Technology Resources. And you're going to click on Friendship Cards. And what I did here is, this is where all the videos are going to be, and what you're going to look for is searching for images. So what you can do is just click on Kids Search and say I want to do Friends. Okay, I'm going to type in Friends, and then I'm going to go to Images, and this is going to show pictures of friends. I could also do it, I could type in kids playing. You know, that might just show. You got to be kind of creative on how you choose. So maybe I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do this one. So what I can do is I can right click and copy it, go back down to my Word document, and I could put it in my document, right click, and I'm going to paste. And once again, you see these squares, and I can adjust those as I want. Okay, so I can move, it's not really moving as well as I'd like it to. So anyway, so if I want to put in a different picture, I'm going to undo this one. And I'm going to go back to the site, and maybe I'm going to look at this one. I can right click, copy, go down to my Word document, and I right click. And if you notice that there's 2 different kind of formats here, this one gives me a little bit more ability to, it doesn't really give me much area to move. So what I'm going to do is you have to click on it, and you'll have to move it that way. I'm also going to show you another way to kind of adjust the picture. A lot of times, which is easier too, is if you insert a text box, which sounds weird, I know. You can draw a text box, and then you can put the picture in there, and that way you kind of have some more freedom to move it around. So instead of just inserting the picture by itself, I actually made a text box. All right. So what did we do? Well, we put to and from, and then we inserted some pictures. And so, like I said, you have used this before in other aspects. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this part of the uh, presentation. And once again, you can just hit save and the blue button up at the top that the save button is, and that should be here. So that's what we did today. Again, we inserted a picture. You can get right off the internet. You could go back and just click the online pictures. But the thing of it is about this one is you'd have to do a search here, and that's not always safe. And remember, we have the kids search that we have through Tina Balsky website. So there we go. What did we do? We typed in text, and we also did pictures. And now we're going to talk about friendship quotes and how to find them and where to go. All right, great job.